Welcome to our Microsoft PowerPoint presentation. This video shows you about Mughal emperors. So, let's get started. Mughal emperors' major campaigns and events. Babur from 1526 to 1530. In 1526, he defeated Ibrahim Lodi and his Afghan supporters at Panipat. In 1527, he defeated Rana Sanga, Rajput rulers and allies at Khanuya. In 1528, he defeated the Rajputs at Chanderi, established control over Agra and Delhi before his death. Humayun from 1530 to 1540 and from 1555 to 1556. 1. Humayun divided his inheritance according to the will of his father. His brothers were each given a province. The ambitions of his brother Mirza Kamran weakened Humayun's cause against Afghan competitors. Sher Khan defeated Humayun at Chausain, 1539, and Kannauj in 1540, forcing him to flee to Iran. 2. In Iran, Humayun received help from the Safavid Shah. He recaptured Delhi in 1555 but died the next year after an accident in this building. Akbar was 13 years old when he became emperor. His reign can be divided into three periods. 1. From 1556 to 1570, Akbar became independent of the regent Bairam Khan and other members of his domestic staff. Military campaigns were launched against the Suris and other Afghans, against the neighboring kingdoms of Malwa and Gondwana, and to suppress the revolt of his half-brother Mirza Hakim and the Uzbeks. In 1568 the Sisodia capital of Chittor was seized, and in 1569 Ranthambore. 2. 1570 to 1585, military campaigns in Gujarat were followed by campaigns in the east in Bihar, Bengal and Orissa. These campaigns were complicated by the from 1579 to 1580 revolt in support of Mirza Hakim. 3. From 1585 to 1605, expansion of Akbar's empire. Campaigns were launched in the northwest. Kandahar was seized from the Safavids. Kashmir was annexed, as also Kabul, after the death of Mirza Hakim. Campaigns in the Deccan started and Berar, Khandesh and parts of Ahmednagar were annexed. In the last years of his reign, Akbar was distracted by the rebellion of Prince Salim, the future Emperor Jahangir. Jahangir from 1605 to 1627. Military campaigns started by Akbar continued. The Sisodia ruler of Mewar, Amar Singh, accepted Mughal service. Less successful campaigns against the Sikhs, the Ahoms, and Ahmednagar followed. Prince Khurram, the future Emperor Shah Jahan, rebelled in the last years of his reign. The efforts of Nur Jahan, Jahangir's wife, to marginalize him were unsuccessful. Shah Jahan from 1627 to 1658. Mughal campaigns continued in the Deccan under Shah Jahan. The Afghan noble Khan Jahan Lodi rebelled and was defeated. Campaigns were launched against Ahmednagar. The Bundelas were defeated and Orchha seized. In the northwest, the campaign to seize bulk from the Uzbeks was unsuccessful, and Kandahar was lost to the Safavids. In 1632, Ahmednagar was finally annexed, and the Bijapur forces sued for peace. In 1657 to 1658, there was conflict over succession amongst Shah Jahan's sons. Aurangzeb was victorious and his three brothers, including Dara Shikoh, were killed. Shah Jahan was imprisoned for the rest of his life in Agra. Aurangzeb from 1658 to 1707. 1. In the northeast, the Ahoms were defeated in 1663, but rebelled again in the 1680s. Campaigns in the northwest against the Yusufzai and the Sikhs were temporarily successful. Mughal intervention in the succession and internal politics of the Rathore Rajputs of Marwar led to their rebellion. Campaigns against the Maratha chieftain Shivaji were initially successful. But Aurangzeb insulted Shivaji, who escaped from Agra, declared himself an independent king, and resumed his campaigns against the Mughals. Prince Akbar rebelled against Aurangzeb and received support from the Marathas and the Deccan Sultanate. He finally fled to Safavid Iran. 2. After Akbar's rebellion, Aurangzeb sent armies against the Deccan Sultanates. Bijapur was annexed in 1685 and Golconda in 1687. From 1698, Aurangzeb personally managed campaigns in the Deccan against the Marathas, who started guerrilla warfare. Aurangzeb also had to face the rebellion in North India of the Sikhs, Jats and Satnamis, in the northeast of the Ahoms, and in the Deccan of the Marathas. His death was followed by a succession conflict amongst his sons. Thanks for watching this presentation. We will back with a beautiful presentation made by Microsoft PowerPoint presentation.